Welcome to the George FTTV YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss the Saints versus the Pies and the Crows versus Geelong, or the relevant plays in those games. A bit up and down for us this week. Steele and Crouch, both not highly owned. Basically giving us 120 average each, and they're priced in the 90s, so that's massive for us. So very happy with that. Yeah, Sam Berry. Yeah, Discord had a field day with this one. I'll talk about Berry later. It is what it is, but yeah, should have been a bit more. I think in this game, like I want to win SuperCoach, and I guess everyone wants to win. Now the odds of that happening are very incredibly low, like almost winning the lotto low, but we want to give ourselves a chance to do well. And if you make one mistake, like Berry over McKercher, and I fear what McKercher is going to do next game at Marvel, so that could be an easy 100-point loss in 2 weeks, and that's a lot of points, and you're never going to get them back. So, and it's going to cost a trade, so we can't get attached to players in this game because we like them, but yeah, I will get to him after, but yeah, I think it's a trade for me. Wilson on the bench, Jai Clark we held. We ended up not boosting him. Yeah, which wasn't. I don't know. I don't love the Clark pick. I wouldn't be upset if I got rid of him, but he's got a 60 in his system now, and I guess their players will come back and stuff. So I think it's fine to hold. There's just better out there. So we'll see how that goes. Suppose the other news is Ollie or Port. So Hopper's out. Horn Francis has done, sounds like a hamstring strain. No timeline yet, but you would think minimum 3 weeks if it's happened today or yesterday or whenever it happened. And that means Ollie Wines should see an increase in CBAs. Obviously they can throw Drew in there a bit more, but they can't really replace a like for like with Horn Francis. It just makes sense that they put Ollie at CBAs more. So, and yeah, easy fixture coming up. So the plan was to split Ollie next week, and the reason for that was because Ollie is not making any money. Whereas if I went down to McKercher probably makes 150, 200k, maybe more. And Zach Reed would turn into Massimo, and we'd have money for Grundy to go to English, who has an absolute donkey run coming up. He's got Ned Moyle this week, so VFL Ruckman. Then he's got Harry Barnett in the ruck. Oh my god. And I think Geelong's ruck got injured today. So, like, I don't think he's gonna drop in price at all. If he does, it won't be much. So, I don't know if paying 700 though, that's a lot, when you can find value elsewhere. But anyway, so we'll probably end up holding Ollie now due to that, but a bit lucky if you own Ollie Wines. We'll see how it pans out. Obviously, he hasn't even played yet, but I'm not sure I've made the right plays, but I think, again, our trades were, I hope that doesn't undo it. Martin Fisher out, Billings, Sarong in. I really wanted Billings all preseason, and I think Sarong has gone to another level, it seems. But we'll go over the Crows versus Geelong. Jordan Dawson, if you have him, you'd be very annoyed, I think. The stat sheet looks good. 12 tackles, few contested marks, I think. 130 DT, 96 SC. I don't know what's happened to him. At the start of last year, when he got the ball outside of stoppage, there's a reasonable chance he hits the target inside 50, whereas I've barely seen that this year at all. So, don't know. I think he's a sell because he's 650k and he's going to lose too much money. And look, the DT score's a good sign, obviously, but yeah, he's 290s in his system, priced at 117. He's going to drop so much money. I think you sell, and you can have the option of getting him back for cheaper. And people will be looking at him as an upgrade target, so I think you sell. Matt Crouch, 128. 37 touches. So happy with this pick. This pick has probably, if the Berry pick's probably undone the good work that Crouch has done, or vice versa with Crouch helping cover for the poor Berry pick. But although Berry, it's like not even a disaster given his price, but yeah, when you got McKercher there, then it's a problem. So I think not McRae. What did I say that for? Matt Crouch, I think he is a trade in. Like, I'd be fine trading him in for sure. 490k, that's... I don't know if he's keeper or not, but if he keeps scoring, 115 plus, he's going at 120 plus at the moment. I don't know if that's sustainable or not, but yeah, he looks really, really good. And his skills, like he's quick, he's got lightning hands, he hits the right targets. His handballing is just elite, in my opinion. So, like, one of the best in the comp, and maybe that's biased, but you look at the other players just fumble and turn it over, and we'll get to Tom Stewart, who was basically, like, you would think we were kicking to him on purpose. So, that is that. Laird 120, he's actually been okay the first 2 games, so pick I wasn't super hot on this year. And not much else relevant. I guess Rankin, if you have Rankin, he was a bit too much forward. So, yeah, like I think he'll just score what his price at if he's forward. So, I don't know. But there might be games where he goes into the midfield. I think later in the game he played a bit more mid. Sam Berry 52. I mean, not much to say other than, I guess Burgess was good in the first half, didn't do much in the second half. So, I guess he will make a bit of money for you if you have him, but probably not worth trading in. Now, Sam Berry subbed off. I tweeted a comment about Sam Berry. There's a bit of discussion going on, and I said, hopefully he's not subbed, and a minute later he got subbed. So, yeah. He fumbled a lot. His skills were very poor. He dropped easy marks, and he just, in the contest, he needed to get rid of the ball quicker because he kept getting tackled, and if that was Crouch getting tackled, he would have got the handball away, but Berry was too slow. But I'll see how... I'm not going to write him off as a player off the bat, but for 4th-year player, you need to have much better skills than that. Maybe it was nerves, maybe it was just a one-off, or I don't know. I don't know, so hopefully he comes good, but yeah, he's got a lot to work on, young Sam Berry, but he'll make a bit of money if you want to hold and you have him. But there's just too many good opportunities out there. And if he gets subbed again, then it could be a much worse score. Because if he wasn't subbed, he was probably going a 70 at least. And yeah, I feel like he left a few points out there. Now, moving on to Geelong. Oh my God, I don't know how Tom Stewart only scored 134, but I'll take it. And those who will get to Dacos, those who went Stewart over Dacos would be laughing because they know that the worst is yet to come for Nick with the bye and potentially Finn McGuinness. What else do we have here? Holmes was okay, like 95. I think he was more backline today. I think. Hawkins was really good. I'll get to the rookies. Dempsey was solid. I think MCG next week against Hawthorn will suit him. Because watching him play, he likes to push up and get marks on the wing. Whereas, yeah, it's kind of hard for him. Like, all the other players pretty much. Like, he didn't kick a goal. Probably could have kicked one. I think he kicked it out on the 4 or something. But he'll be better next week, I think. And he's a player that I'll definitely trade in next week. Sean Manor, really good first quarter and then didn't do much after that. Missed a few shots on goal. But yeah, with the start of the forward groups and pretty much... I did push up a little bit early, but yeah, mostly pure forward. So, bit of potential here with Manor. I think like he's got a ton in him. I think it can definitely happen. Just not sure he's worth a trade in just yet, but because he's got that poor round 1 score, I guess he's not a priority this week. He could be one next week, but they had Tanner Bruin out and stuff, so we'll see how he goes. And then Jai Clark, I guess you take a 60. From him. He's another one where like got caught holding the ball late. Like a few sky balls where they're not effective, and yeah, he like few almost touches. So yeah, role was good. So I guess you can hold and then see what happens. future, but yeah, hopefully not subbed because they'll have a fair few players to come back. Oops, we'll check on St Kilda versus Collingwood, so just go over this quickly. Yeah, Nas. I wonder if people want to do Nick Dacos to Nas. Bank the one, I think it'll be 160k, which is a lot of money. And it's tempting, and I'm thinking about it, but it would probably require a boost for me. Yeah, Nas gone, I think 110, 120, or 100, 120, something like that. Looks outstanding, but yeah, Sinclair didn't do much. Bonner was shocking, so excuse me. That's something we'll discuss on the podcast. I'm not sure. Because yeah, they're still sharing the 3-man defense, but he looks outstanding. Also has a game in Norwood where there's not much space for easy marks on that ground in a few weeks, so don't love that. But at least he plays through the buys, unlike Nick. But yeah, Jack Steele looks like he's back to close to his best, if not thereabouts. Watching him, I think he's put on size, so he's not super quick, but yeah, the tackles, they stick, and he does get a bit of outside ball too, which is good. Really good work rate. He looks great, and I'm very happy that we have him. And I think he's a target as well if you wanna trade him in. Marshall's not winning many hitouts, like 13 again, and he's still tunning up. So when he gets a decent matchup, I think he's like gonna put up a monster. Now, do you want Marshall or English? It's probably still English at this stage, especially with this run. English has got a bit more height, so he can compete a bit better in the hitouts. But if Marshall was English's size, I think I'd definitely take Rowan. So if you have him, I think you're not too upset, but you probably want to pair him with Gawn. What else do we have here? Darcy Wilson, solid, like, because he has a good tank, just can score later in the game. So yeah, it did start slow. And then Riley Bonner, 49. So that's kind of, yeah, basically on par with the other Bonner owners with Berry. So, and I guess the other player in that slot might be a Jared Lyons, who has a bye, but yeah, who knows what happens with him going forward. But I think Bonner you can probably hold for a week because he'll make a bit of money. He's still got that 100 in his system. After that, if his break-even crashes, you could look to move him on, but really he should average 75, 80. Sort of around that mark, because that's what he did he did 82 in a 3-man Port defense, so that's where I'd peg him. But yeah, he had a bit of a mare, Bonner, turnovers and stuff. And the Pies, Darcy Cameron's having a good season, but I wouldn't go there. Mitchell was struggling, I think. And Nick Dacos, 54. Like his ownership's so high, so there's safety in that, but those without Nick, yeah, they are laughing because it's a significant advantage when you look at ownership. So what do we do with Nick? I think I'm holding and just leave him there for the year. And whatever price he's at will be whatever price he's at. If you're trading him, it's probably Luke Ryan. You could go to Tom Stewart, I guess. Or all the way down to Nas. Nas was so good. He was like intercepting and stuff too. I feel like a lot of ball just fell in his lap, but still he was outstanding. So I don't know yet what I want to do with Nick. I think I'm more likely to hold. But I do, like, if he gets finned for like a 50 or a 60 and then he has a buy, like, and he's going to drop like over 100k, then we're in trouble. So it might be almost safer to trade to avoid that, but I guess it's a bit of guesswork. That's pretty much it. Finn McRae. Where's Reef? Reef 72. Might be a decent rookie for us. Kicked 3 goals. Yeah, it looks good. I think he has to play over Ash Johnson, so not one I'd jump on this week, but worth watching next week for sure. I thought he played well. He's sort of a key forward though, third tall. Then Finlay McRae, yeah, not much time on ground. Yeah, 25%. So it's hard to really assess Finn McRae off this, but You would think that there will be changes made to Collingwood, and if they make changes, surely that they have to bring in Finn McRae. You know, what do they do with Tom Mitchell? Like, side bottom had an absolute mare. I guess they probably back him in senior player, but yeah, I think no rush to jump on Finn McRae because he has 2 really poor sub scores in his system. But if he gets a full game, might be time to jump on if he looks good. So that's one we'll just monitor for now. So not jump on, just monitor him. But yeah, that's it from me. Yeah, shouldn't have picked Berry. Kind of like was hopeful that he'd play well enough to not be sub. And that was the bet, and we didn't need to take that bet with McKercher there. So yeah, it is what it is. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and you'll see you in the next one.